ओ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Okay, starting from Atmanam Aranim Kritva, number 11. आत्मानमरणिं कृत्वा
आत्मानमरणिं कृत्वा
प्रणवं चोत्तरारणिम्
प्रणवं चोत्तरारणिं
ज्ञाननिर्मथनाभ्यासात्
ज्ञाननिर्मथनाभ्यासात्
पाशं दहति पंडितः
पाशं दहति पण्डितः
स एव माया परिमोहितात्मा
स एव माया परिमोहितात्मा
शरीरमास्थाय करोति सर्वम्
शरीरमास्थाय करोति सर्वं
स्त्रन्नपानादिविचित्रभोगैः
त्र्यन्नपानादिविचित्रभोगैः
स एव जाग्रत् परितृप्तिमेति
स एव जाग्रत् परितृप्तिमेति
स्वप्ने स जीवः सुख दुःख भोक्ता
स्वप्ने स जीवः सुख दुःख भोक्ता
स्वमायया कल्पित जीवलोके
स्वमायया कल्पित जीवलोके
सुषुप्तिकाले सकले विलीने
सुषुप्तिकाले सकले विलीने
तमोभिभूतः सुखरूपमेति
तमोभिभूतः सुखरूपमेति
पुनश्च जन्मान्तरकर्मयोगात्
पुनस्तजन्मान्तरकर्मयोगात्
स एव जीवस्वपिति प्रबुद्धः
स एव जीवस्वपिति प्रबुद्धः
पुरत्रये क्रीडति यश्च जीवः
पुरत्रये क्रीडति यश्च जीवः
ततस्तु जातं सकलं विचित्रम्
ततस्तु जातं सकलं विचित्रम्
आधारमानन्दमखण्डबोधम्
आधारमानन्दमखण्डबोधम्
यस्मिन् लयं याति पुरत्रयं च
यस्मिन् लयं याति पुरत्रयं च.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we completed this shloka. Puratraye kridati. The analysis of avastha trayam is going on. This method of unfolding Atma is called avastha traya prakriya. By analyzing the three states of experience, we can get a very good idea of who I am. What is Atma? Atma kaha? Like that in Tattva Bodha, the student is asking the teacher, Atma kaha? And now also in Viveka Chudamani, kaha asau anatma paramah ka atma. He's asked the question already. That Atma which is param, what is that? So living in this culture, you cannot but know these things, at least heard of these things. So that is being analyzed by these Upanishad mantras. So this idea, dream is there and waking state is there. Dream world is there, waking world is there. Which is real? If somebody asks, you know what you should do? You should say, you can only ask the question which is more real. You can't stop the question with saying which is real, because once you decide the waking state is more real than the dream state, that most of us, all of us can decide, then at least you have some room left. Is this the ultimate reality? That question must be asked. So then, is there something more real than the waking state? Like that, we allow that question to happen. And once we say that, then wonders begin happening. That's what we're seeing. And so we saw that, hey, in the dream, when you're dreaming, I am in the dream world. And I wake up from the dream world, and then I said the dream world, I was in me. What is it? 180-degree shift, complete. So if it is possible in dream, maybe that's a clue. That is an important clue for us. That maybe this Jagat, which I take as a massive thing in which I am a part, which is true. I am obviously a part with this body, mind, sense complex. I am only a part of this universe. Okay, I'm only a part. But if I am more than the body, then I will end up saying, Matstani sarva bhutani. The world is in me. That is what I will end up saying. And so that is where we are heading here. And so those ideas we saw. To wake up from the dream world, it is automatic. Our Purva Janma samskaras and karma will make us wake up. We can't sleep forever. Not possible. So you dream and then woken up. But waking up from this Mahanidra, as Swami Paramarthananda ji calls it. In Vivek Chudamani, he said, Ajnana yogat paramatmanastava. So that Ajnana yogat, and here Janmantara karma yogat. To wake up from that Janmantara karma, it is not automatic, like getting up from dream. We saw that also. It takes a lot. And that's why all this Vivekam, Vairagyam, Shamadamadi, etc. is being talked about. And so that makes Advaita Vedanta very unique. So with that, we will now enter the next mantra, number 15. Etasmat jayate. Prahema, who is next?
Up to 17, I think, no? No. We finished up to 17.
We are in this spot only. We are in 15.
15. 15, correct.
15 only.
Etasmat jayate pranaha.
एतस्माज्जायते प्राणः
Manas sarvendriyani cha.
मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च
Kham vayur jyotirapascha.
खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापश्च
पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी.
पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी
एतस्माज्जायते प्राणः.
एतस्माज्जायते प्राणः
मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च.
मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च
खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापश्च.
खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापश्च
पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी.
पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी
Again, that message has come from the Abdul Rahman reading.
Abdul Rahman.
Okay. So now, in the last mantra itself, we saw the Mahavakya. Where did we see it? We saw it. Puratraye kridati yaha cha jivaha. So Puratraye kridati. Okay, Atma is playing around in these three states. Atma is kridati. The word kridati is important because the one who is going from state to state cannot be the state. The one who is moving from place to place cannot be the place. And therefore, right there is a distinction made between this deha, this body, and the self, the Atma. Okay. And there, Yaha, Maniprabha had said, okay, Paramatma, Prasiddhaha. The famous Paramatma is playing around like that. Tongue in cheek, it was said, Kridati. Next things happen. So we saw that Mahavakya, Jivaha is there, Paramatma, Yaha, Paramatma. So there, implicitly, the Mahavakyam was said. Little later, explicit. It will be made explicit. Okay, just in a couple of mantras. Okay. So, along the way here, he's saying, Etasmat jayate pranaha. Etasmat. So this jayate is a verb in this whole mantra. Sarvendriyani cha, Vishwasiddharini. Jayate is a verb. From this is born. That is the main sentence. Etasmat means from this. From this means from which? Well, Puratraye kridati yaha cha jivaha tataha tu. So from this Atma, which was talked about, Atma is a natural thing because the three states of experience are for Atma only, for the Jivatma. And so, etasmat, asmat, From this, from this Atma, which is Adharam, Anandam, Akhanda Bodham, all that was there in the last mantra, previous mantra. From that, etasmat, jayate, jayate. From this, everything is born. A list of things are given in this mantra. Everything is born. Okay. So, this reminds us of Taittiriya Upanishad. So, all Upanishads are all connected. Etasmat. So, in Taittiriya Upanishad, tasmadva etasmat atmana akasha sambhutaha. What memorizing all these things? Tasmadva etasmat atmana akasha sambhutaha. Etasmat. Tasmadva etasmat. The Upanishad is very playing around with us. Etasmat atmanaha. From this atma, all these things have come. Okay, we're going to see that list shortly. Okay, from this. Or his Upanishad is saying tasmadva, Taittiriya Upanishad. Or you can say from that also all these things have come. From this or from that. From Atma or from Brahma. All these things have come. Like that Upanishad is talking. That is Mahavakyam. When you say from this or from that, this and that are two different words, meaning two different things. But Shastram says, no, they are not two different things. This is that. Okay, Mahavakyam there. So here also, etasmat means we can bring in the tasmat, because the Mahavakyam was implicit in the previous mantra. So from that Adharam, Akhanda Bodham, okay, and Anandam, everything is born. What can be born? So here our Maniprabha says Puratraya Adhishtanat. Puratraya Adhishtanat. From the Adhara, Adhishtanam is Adhara. From the Adharam of these three cities, three states, Adharam. And Puratraya Adhishtanat Buddhehe Drashtuhu. Buddhehe Drashtuhu. The seer of the mind. From the seer of the mind. So he is asking us to go beyond the mind. Buddhi, intellect, okay, that's fine. Buddhehe. He is asking us to go beyond the mind. So Buddhehe Drashtuhu means from that seer of the Buddhi. Etasmat. That is how Maniprabha is telling us. Jayate, Utpadyate, created. The following are created. The big list is there. Let's start from the second line, second half. Come. Come. So come, I think you should know, it was there in Bhagavad Gita also. So there in Bhagavad Gita. Bhumira aponalo vayuhu. Come mano buddhi revacha ahankara. Ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti rashtada. We saw that in the 7th chapter, I think. Okay. So come. Come means what? Akasha. Come is Akasha. So that's easy to remember, because if you remember Khag, Khagaha, Khagaha, Ke gachati iti Khagaha. Kha is Akasha, Ga means to go, and therefore that which goes in the sky is a bird, Khagaha. Hindi, people who know Hindi can Khag bolte hain. I think Hindi mein Pakshi ko Khag bhi bolte hain. So that word in Tamil we'll struggle with these words, because this Khag and all is not there in Tamil. I wish I were a Hindi speaking person. No, you don't have to have those kinds of complexes. We'll enjoy our languages, but we enjoy other languages also. So, ke gachati iti khagaha. Therefore, come means what? Akasham. Come. Vayuhu. Vayuhu also you understand. Jyotihi. Agnihi. Apaha. Let's see what he says. Maniprabha says, come is Nabha Shabda Gunavat. that which has Shabda Guna called Nabaha is this Kam, Akasha. The only Guna in our analysis, each of these elements have gunas associated with them. And so Akasha has Shabda Guna. That which has Shabda Guna is what is called Kam, which is Akasha. Nabhaha. Another name is Nabhaha. Next, Vayuhu. Vayuhu, he says, Nabhaswan. Nabhaswan. See, Atmanaha Akashaha Sambhutaha. So how did Akasha come? Where did it come from? Atmanaha. From Atma, Akasha came. From Atma, Akasha came. This is the model. And then Akashat Vayuhu. So Nabhat Vayuhu. Akasha is Nabha. And Vayu came from Akasha. That is a model. And so Maniprabha says Nabhaswan. Nabhaswan means that which has Nabha as its cause. This is all Sanskrit. That which has Nabha, Akasha as the cause. Who has Akasha as the cause? Vayu has Akasha as the cause. And therefore Vayu is called Nabhaswan. Okay. A name created for Vayu, Nabhaswan. All right. Jyotihi. He says Tejo Dhatuhu. Tejo Dhatuhu. That element called Agnihi, Tejas. That is this. Sorry, Nabhaswan is Vayuhu. Jyotihi is Tejo Dhatuhu. Jyotihi, Agnihi. There are many synonyms for Agni in our Sanskrit language. Apaha. Apaha. Maniprabha says Nirani. Nirani. Apaha is always in plural. Waters in Sanskrit is always in plural. Unless you want to use the word Jalam. Jalam is singular, but Apaha is plural. There is no singular for in the Apaha form. So Nirani, he says. Then Prithvi, Bhumihi, Prithvi. Prithvi in your book, it might have the Prithvi, Prithvi or Prithivi, like that. Two forms. Both are correct forms. Alternate forms for Prithvi. Cha Jayate. Elements. So first the elements came. Tasmadva Atmanaha, Taittiriya Upanishad. Akasha Sambhutaha, Akashad Vayuhu, Vayoragnihi, Agner Apaha, Adbhyaf Prithivi. Like that, Taittiriya Upanishad says. And so here also same thing is mentioned. And Vishwasya Dharini. Dharini. Dharini is Strilingam, feminine gender, which is singular also. And so it is referring to Prithvi. Prithvi is Ikaranta Strilingam. And so an adjective is given to Prithvi. And he is saying Vishwasya Dharini, the supporter of the entire universe. Like that. Vishwasya. Nikhilasya Stavara Jangama Atmakasya Pranijatasya. Maniprabha says that. Vishwam, the entire universe made of this Stavara and Jangama. Stavara means all stationary things, and Jangama means all moving things. Chara Charatmakam. This is standard. This is all standard Shastram words. Chara, moving, unmoving. That's it. What is the universe? Moving, unmoving. Stavaram Jangamam. Stavaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yatkinchit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tatpadam Darshitam Yena. Look at that. Tatpadam. The one who has seen the Tatpada, who has seen the Brahma Vastu, as not separate from the self. That person is my Guru. Like that, this Guru Stotram talks about. So, as we study all these things, everything slowly falls into place, right? So here also, Vishwasya Dharini. Okay. Now he talked about from Atma, the 5 Panchabhutas have come. Okay, Vishwasya Dharini is supporter of the universe. Well, the planet Earth, if you say supporter of the universe, it's not the supporter of the universe. Planet Earth does not support the universe. It supports our limited universe, this whole we call world. That world it supports. That way you can say Vishwam. And that also is the planet Earth. But you can also take Prithvi as an element also. That element, without that element, there is no chance of life also anywhere. So Vishwasya Dharini. Now, then from this Panchabhutas, then slowly they start coming. Who start coming? I have to explain to you this. Those who have studied Tattva Bodha, they know this. But if you have not studied Tattva Bodha, then I will give some introduction here. So the creation process has started. The model is being described. Atma is always there. Atma is not produced. The unproduced only can produce something. Okay. So from Atma, all these 5 elements have come. What 5 elements? Akashaha, Vayu, or come here. Akashaha, Vayu, Apaha, or Agnihi, Apaha, Prithvi. Now what happens? Now, each element has 3 gunas. Because now you can talk about guna. Atma is nirgunam, but then Prakriti is there, creation is there, and so without gunas, no creation is possible. And so Trigunatmika, Maya is there, and so each element is now going to have 3 gunas. What are the 3 gunas? Well, Sattvam, Rajas, and Tamas. Akasha Sattva, Sattvamshaha, Sattva aspect of Akasha, Rajas aspect of Akasha, Tamas aspect of Akasha. Next, Vayuhu, Sattva aspect of Vayuhu, Rajas aspect of Vayu, and Tamas aspect of Vayu. 5, 3. 5 times 3, there are 15 blocks sitting here. 15 blocks. Okay. Now what happens? Now look. Indriyani cha. Let's go slowly here. Indriyani. You should take that word next. Because next, what happens? From this Sattva aspect of Akasha, what happens? Akashasya Sattvamshat Shrotrendriyam Sambhutam. If you study Tattva Bodha, this should feel familiar. From the Sattva aspect of Akasha, from that block, the first block there, Shrotrendriyam Sambhutam, the organ of hearing, the sense of hearing, better to say sense, not organ, because organ means we'll get into physical aspect. The sense of hearing has come about, which is subtle. All right, then Vayoho Satvikamshat Tvagindriyam Sambhutam. From that, going vertically down, from the Sattva aspect of Vayu, what happened? The sense of touch has come about. Next, Agnehe Satvikamshat. From the Sattvic aspect of or Sattva Guna of Agni, Chakshurindriyam Sambhutam. Eyesight. The sight has come about. Then, Adbhyaha or Jalasya Satvikamshat Rasanendriyam Sambhutam. Then Prithivyaha Satvikamshat Granendriyam Sambhutam. The sense of smell has come about. So the 5 sense organs, look at the beauty of this Panchabhuta model. 5 sense organs have come about from the Sattvic aspect of the respective Panchabhutas. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, very straightforward, but for some of you this may be new. And we have studied it in Tattva Bodha. We keep on saying this periodically. And so, all right. So Sattva aspect is covered of each of these things. Now, so these sense organs are called what? Jnanendriyani. That's a technical word in Vedanta. Jnanendriyani means sense organs. 5 sense organs. Pancha Jnanendriyani. Now, the word Indriyani in this mantra refers to two things. One is Pancha Jnanendriyani, and then there is another Pancha Karmendriyani also. 5 organs of actions, like the organ of speech. That is going to happen next. What is the next thing? Sattva is over, no? Now look at Rajas. Second guna of each of the elements is Rajas. So Rajas, Akashasya Rajasamshat Vagindriyam Sambhutam. Akashasya Rajasamshat Vagindriyam Sambhutam. Yes. So that means the Rajas aspect of the Akasha Tattva creates, from that came the organ of speech. Or the power of speech, better to say power of speech. Organ bit later, because that's gross, you know. This is all subtle. Speech is subtle. Sense, the power of speech is subtle. And so, all right. Akashasya rajasamshat vagindriyam sambhutam. Next, Akashaha Vayuhu. Vayuhu rajasamshat panindriyam sambhutam. And the capacity. This is a fantastic capacity that every being has. And so that came from the Rajas aspect of Vayu Tattvam. Got that? Next, Akashaha Vayuhu Agnihi. Agnehe Rajasamshat. Agnehe Rajasamshat Padendriyam Sambhutam. Feet have come about from the Rajas aspect of Agnihi. Then Apaha Adbhyaha Rajasamshat Gudendriyam Sambhutam. Gudendriyam means the excretory organs have come about from the Rajas aspect of the water, Tattvam, Apaha. I hope I'm correct. All right. Akashaha, Vayuhu, Agnihi, Apaha, Prithvi. Prithivyaha, Rajasamshat, Upastendriyam Sambhutam. The genitals, the organ of procreation, has come about. That is how the model works. All right. That's why he's saying Indriyani. So Indriyani means we have to revise ourselves, revise all these things. Indriyani cha. So Indriyani means you can say Jnanendriyani, Karmendriyani cha. These are all the Karmendriyas. Now, we did not talk about the Devatas. There is a Adhisthana Devata for all these 10 sense organs, 10 organs. Shrotrasya Dik Devata. Tvacho Vayuhu. Vayu Devata. Vayu is the Devata for the sense of touch. Chakshusha Suryaha. Sun, Aditya, Bhaskara is the Devata for the eyesight. Right. Then the sense of taste. Okay, Rasana Yaha Varunaha. Water, you know, Varuna Devata. Apt. Next. Then Gandhasya Ashvinau. Ashvinau, always Ashwini Kumaras are two in number. And they are the devatas of this 2 nostrils, the sense of smell. Okay. Adhisthana devatas for the Jnanendriyani. What about the Karmendriyani Adhisthana devatas? Vag devata, Vacho Vannihi. Fire, Agni devata. Agni is the Adhisthana devata of the Vak, of speech. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Because fire is supposed to illuminate. Our words are supposed to illuminate our minds. Simply kaka kaka, yak yak is not necessary. It is to be avoided. Something is useful, talk. There's nothing to talk, it's okay. Don't talk. Nothing wrong. There's no pressure to talk. Just be yourself. Sometimes there is a pressure to talk, you know. When guests come, you know, you have to engage them, right? You can't simply sit and look at each other like this, you know. I'm so happy all of you have come after so many years, and then keep looking at each other like this. Why? Because they are also studying Vedanta, you're also studying Vedanta. So nice. You can keep on looking at each other. Okay. You have some conversations and then you just, what would you like to do, etc. And then it's all right. They say, somewhere I read this. Between two friends, silence is enjoyable or something. Long ago, I read some statement. Anyway, Vacho Vannihi Agni. Then Panehe Hastasya
Indra.
Indraha.
Indra.
Hastasya Indraha. Then Padayoho
Vishnu.
Vishnuhu. Why Vishnu? Hey, Indra is the Devata, is the head of all Devatas, so he's powerful, mighty, so you can say hand, might. Then what about Vishnu for Pada? Hey, look, not difficult to figure out. Pada means the legs are what makes you move. It is the agent, Karana of locomotion. And because of legs, you can be anywhere you want. And Vishnu, the word Vishnu itself means Viveshti iti Vishnuhu. The one who is all pervasive is Vishnuhu. Legs make you feel as though you are somewhat pervading. You can ask the question, what next? Where do I want to go next? Next vacation. Therefore, Padayoho Vishnuhu. Then Padasya Vishnuhu. Then Gudasya Payoho. Payoho Mrityuhu. Mrityuhu. Yamadevata is the Adhisthana Devata for the excretory organs. All right. Then Upastasya Prajapatihi. Brahmaji is the Adhisthana Devata for the organ of procreation. Pakka. All that is there. All this is time to recall. So we are just recalling because this is Upanishad, Upanishad will not give us all the details. We have to fill up all the details, and it's a time for us to review what we have done. So that's all we are doing here. So, but important process, right? Atma, from Atma, Panchabhutas. From Panchabhutas, each Panchabhuta has three gunas, and so from the specific gunas of the specific Panchabhutas, these sense organs have come and the organs of actions have come. This much we have covered. Okay. What does Maniprabha say here? Indriyani cha sarva jnana karmendriyani api. That's what he says. Correct? Jnana karmendriyani api. Cha shabdat dehadi karmapi. Cha shabdat dehadi karmapi. So he's saying, bring in all the other things. He's saying, okay, beyond sense organs, you have to go. All right. So we have to go means next Manaha is there. Manaha. So Manaha, what does Manas come from? Well, the Sattva aspect of Akasha, Sattva of Vayu, Sattva of Agni, Sattva of Apaha, Sattva of Prithvi. Bring all of them Sattvas together and Etesham Panchabhutanam Samashti Sattvikamshat Manaha Sambhutam. Mind is also subtle. It is born of the combination of the sattva aspects of all these five Panchabhutas, all these five Bhutani. Manaha is covered. Manaha means all. Manaha Buddhihi. Okay. Chittam, Ahankara, everything is created this way. All right. Then what? Pranaha. Pranaha. Pranaha is this Panchapranaha. So that is created by, you now go to Rajas. All the five Rajas aspects are there for each of the five elements. You club all of them together and then bring them together. Yetesham Samashti Rajasamshat Panchapranaha Sambhutaha Tattva. So from these, exclusively from the Rajas aspect of all the five elements, the Panchapranaha have come about. Then you have to ask the question, what are Panchapranaha? Prana, Apanaha, Vyanaha, Udanaha, Samanaha. These are the 5 traditionally. These are all physiological systems. All physiological activities are all clubbed in this 5 prana, Pancha Pranaha. Pranaha. First is Pranaha. Pranaha. So that respiration is the first of the first respiration. What do they call here? Pulmonology. I think that's what it is, right? I was wondering what happened to this respiration. I think it comes under pulmonology, lungs, right? So, right. So that pranaha. So praggamanavan nasagrasthanavarti. There's another text called Vedanta Saraha, written by Sadananda Saraswati. One Swami wrote it. And there he is like our Viveka Chudamani, and he defines a lot of these words. It's like Tattvabodha. It's a combination of Tattvabodha and Viveka Chudamani, Vedanta Saraha. And there he defines this prana. He says, Prag Gamanavan Nasagra Varti, Nasagra Sthana Varti. Hey, that entity which goes inside and outside. Okay. Which is essential for life to take place. Prag, it has to take place. And Nasagra Sthanavarti. Okay, if you want to know where is the breath, okay, I'll tell you where it is. It is there in the tip of your nose. That's how he defines that prana as. Okay, pranaha. Apanaha. Apanaha is this excretory system. Okay, all this bowel movement and this and that will come under this apanaha. So there he defines as avak gamanavan. Avak gamanavan. Avak means this lower part. When the air and the waste go down like this, moves downward, that process is called apanaha. The downward movement called apanaha. And where is it located? Paivadi sthanavarti. Hey, it is located in this anus and etc. like that. And urine is also to be ejected out. So in those places, this activity can be very clearly seen. That's why doctor will ask, are you urinating properly? What is the color of the urine? Like that they will ask. Those days they used to ask. These days they don't ask these questions. I don't know. They don't talk at all these days. They don't talk. And then they just look at the test and say, you have this, they will tell you. Here is the medicine. That's, we need to have doctors. We need to have doctors. Because if they next time when somebody tells like that, you should tell me, hey, I could have got this from ChatGPT. And why did I pay so much money to come and see you? I think you should challenge these doctors. Some of them, they are waiting for assembly line. You have to spend some time. You have to look at my pulse. What do you think? Do you know about me? Did you ask me about my family? Maybe I have all kinds of problems here. Maybe I have all these psychosomatic disorders. I have a conversation with them, sometimes. Anyway, what did you say? Avak gamanavan. The movement of things downward. Avak means downwards. All right. Then what? Pranaya swaha, panaya swaha, vyanaya swaha. Vyanaha. So Vyanaha is the third prana, and that is the circulatory system, blood circulation. And how does he define it? All this done before the modern science and all talked about this. Look at this. Vishwak Gamanavan. Vishwak Gamanavan means the one that moves all over the body. Okay, all over the body. Can you tell me a little more? Okay. Akhila Sharira Varti. Okay, it's located all over the body. Moves all over and located all over the body. Akhila Sharira Varti. There's no place where the circulation is not there. Okay, that is Vyanaha.
Akhila Sharira.
Sharira Varti. Vartee. Sharira Varti. Varti means the one who is located in.
Vartate, yeah?
Vartate.
Okay.
Like Chakravarti. Chakravarti. The one who has a chakra. Chakravarti. Chakra is powerful. In our culture, chakra is very important. It is there in the flag also, it is there. It is there in Vishnu chakra is there. Then Deepavali also chakra they say. And so we have all these chakras. And then chakra is there in the body also. Anyway, Sharira Varti. Previously also same thing. Previously when I said Nasagra Sthana Varti for the respiration, prana. Nasagra Sthana Varti. One who can be, who is located in the tip of the nose. Second one I said, Paivadi Sthanavarti. Paivadi. Payu means excretory organ. Paivadi means Payu, etc. Sthanavarti. Located in these places. All right. Doing good. Then Udanaha. We are in the fourth prana, right? Udanaha. Udanaha, as we know, Udanaha is that which operates during emergencies. Like vomiting. Vomit has to take place. It has to normally, vomiting is not a good sign. And so, but still it is important for the body to eject out stuff. And what a power it is. Okay, so they have put that as one of the pranas. So Udanaha. Look at this. Urdhva Gamanavan. Urdhva Gamanavan. Urdhva means up. Down is over. All over is over. And so now upwards, that which moves upwards. Yeah, Mahesh, go ahead. Urdhva
I
Gamanavan.
thought Udana is a digestive, isn't it?
Illa, the Samana is coming up next. That's coming up. So Urdhva Gamanavan, Utkramana Vayuhu. Utkramana Vayuhu, Utkramana. So it is operating in times of distress and during the last moments of one's life. Kramanam. So there the Sukshma Shariram is carried away by the Karana Shariram. That force has to be there. Somebody has to, they have recognized that this is also important. And so that is called Udanaha. Fourth prana is Udana. Now answers Maheshji's question. Samanaha. Samanaha. जो शक्ति समान करता है वो समान शक्ति है. This is my own definition. Okay. So that which makes everything same, homogenizes everything, is samanaha. Let's see what Sadananda Saraswati says. He says, Samano Nama. By the way, before we go there, Udanaha. Where is this Udana prana located? It's located Kantasthani Yaha. It is located right here. Because this vomit and this and that, this throat becomes the point of articulation, point where this thing is felt. It comes out and then it's controlled through the throat. And so he's saying Kantasthani Yaha. Samanaha Nama. Fifth prana we are talking, correct? Ashita Pita Annadi Samikarana Karaha. Let me repeat that. Ashita, sorry. Ashita. Ashita means what? Hey, the consumed, the solids that are consumed. Eaten. Ashita, eaten. Ashita, pita, drunk. Annadi. Like your solid foodstuffs, etc. All the things that are consumed, drunk or eaten. Okay. Ashita, pita, annadi. Samikarana karaha. Samikarana. The one that does the Samikarana. Samikarana means what? Just processes it, digests it. Samikarana. Digests it. God only knows what happens inside. And so somehow we are getting the nutrition and somehow it is all going. They say calcium is needed here, vitamin A is needed here. So it must be processing all that. It should supply vitamin A from our carrots. It should extract the vitamin A and it should send it to the eyes. I'm assuming, I'm just imagining this now. And bones need calcium, so it should take the calcium from your yogurt and then you should take it to the bones. So all that process is happening. Samikarana karaha. I mean, circulatory system also is involved in this, but Samikaranam, it should take the gross food and then nutritionalize it, should create the nutrition out of it, extract the nutrition out of it. So it's a massive process it is. And where is it located? This Sadananda Saraswati says, Sharira Madhyagata. Sharira Madhyagata. I don't have to explain this to you. In the middle part of the body, called the stomach, Udaram. Okay, that's where it is. So this is the Samana Pranaha, among the Pancha Pranas. So what are the Pancha Pranas? Pranaha, respiration, apanaha, excretion, vyanaha, circulation, and then udanaha, reversal process. You know, vomit is reversal, right? So reversal process, and then samanaha, digestion. There are other processes we can include it, neurology and all these things. We can include it in one or more of these things. Pancha pranaha, all physiological systems. How are they born? Hey, samashti rajasamshat. Hey, akashaha, vayuhu, agnihi, apaha, prithvi is there. Take the rajas aspect of each of those things, combine all the rajas aspect, and that creates this pancha pranaha. All right, that's what we saw. Pancha pranaha. Then what? Manaha also we saw. Samashti, Satvikamshat. Manaha, then pranaha. Then he doesn't say, this Upanishad doesn't say much anymore. And that is why Maniprabha is saying, Indriyani cha. That cha, I want to interpret it to include everything else. Everything else means what? We have not talked about the body. The solids, we never talked about. The gross part of this body, we have not talked about. Bring the gross part there. That is what he's saying. Look at the way they think. So all the Panchikaranam from this subtle Pancha elements, the subtle elements have to become gross 5 elements. Sukshma Akasha should become Sukshma. I mean, Sthula Akasha. Sthula Akasha means the space that I can appreciate. That is the Sthula Akasha. Then Sukshma Vayuhu. Sthula Vayuhu. The air that you and I can feel, can't see but feel, is that. That is that process. That process is called Panchikaranam. I don't know where I talked about Panchikaranam. Maybe in the Viveka Chudamani class, right? We talked about it. Okay. So that process is there. He says cha means you bring all that into, recall all that and put it cha. Cha means, and then that whole Panchikaranam, Panchabhutaha, then the tamas aspect of all these, sorry, the Panchikaranam, the tamas aspect of each Akasha, tamas aspect, Vayuhu tamas aspect, etc. All these tamas aspects together, put together, will create the Pancha Sthula Bhutaha. Sukshma to Sthula. What creates the Sthula? The tamas aspect of each of the 5 subtle bhutas will create the Sthula Panchabhutani. That's it. So Sattva is over, Rajas is over, and Tamas also has done its job. Now from this Panchabhutas, this body is formed. Deham, Sanjatam. All parts, all the appendix, liver, everything is formed. This is the model. That's it. The whole model of the universe is there in this. That is what he's saying. Cha, read everything else. Cha Shabdat Dehadi Karma Api. Karma, activity, everything. Activity, this, that. Karma, karma phalam, everything you read into all this. Everything, subtle and gross, everything. The whole process of universe, all the phenomena that you know of, all the phenomena that you do not know of, everything is created in this manner. Okay. Indriyani cha. Yeah, there is a technical word for this prana, pancha prana. Because, see, without the mind, the body can still survive. Mind is not that critical for just survival. But prana is required. The heart has to beat. The lungs have to respire. Okay. Therefore, Pancha Pranaha is also called, there is a name for it. It's called Sutratma. Technical word only it is. Sutratma. And nothing to do with Atma. Sutratma means Pranaha. It is the Atma of the body. It is what makes the body survive. Just from a purely biological view, called Sutratma. This technical word, by the way. And here, Maniprabha for Manaha, he says, Antakaranam Jnana Shaktihi. Jnana Shakti, capacity to know, is also given to us. Given to us. And Swami Sakshat Kritananda ji visited Mysore, our center in Mysore 2 days ago. And that's why I was there in Mysore. And he came from Rishikesh, he flew down to Bangalore, then he came to Coorg and looked at one other facility that one of my friends, Radhika, is running. He saw that facility, that they're running a school for underprivileged children. Then he came to this one, Mysore. And all our children, they presented a lot of things. And the older children talked about 2 minutes each, 3 minutes. You know what they were talking about? One person comes and talks about Pancha Mahayajna, how it is important for us to understand this and practice it in our daily life. Then another person talks about karma. Okay, karma and karma phalam. Very important. Don't ignore it, he says. Another person talks about our various topics like this. Various topics, values, amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, shanti, arjavam, like this. They were all talking one after the other. And so it was a very good presentation. Then Swamiji comes and says, okay, he wants to talk about Ishvara. And he starts, hey, when you were born, what did you bring with you? Your body is given to you. Your parents were given to you. The mother tongue was given to you. Mother, father, all these relatives given to you. You didn't create any of these things. Given. This is given. You grow up, food is given to you. You did not produce any food. Food is given. Everything is given. So then you have to ask the question, who is the giver? Anything that is given should have a giver. And so like that, he was telling a nice story for children. And so there is a reason why I said that. Okay, Antakaranam Jnana Shakti. I went there. So Jnana Shakti. Shakti is there. Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Swarupini. They're all Shakti. We can't create. We can only use the mind that is given to us. The ability to reason is given to us. My God, it's given. And then I use that Shakti. The ability to use it is given. Anyway, so here he says Jnana Shakti. You can put within brackets. Ichha Shakti also belongs to this Manaha. Pranaha, Maniprabha says Kriya Shakti. Kriya Shakti, obviously, because Karmendriyani have come from the Rajas aspect. I mean, from the Sattva aspect, and Prana is from the Rajas aspect. Therefore, Kriya Shakti, that Rajas. These organs have to act. And so for that, Prana is required. And so Prana is attributed to or connected with Kriya Shakti. Kriya Shakti. Good. So etasmat jayate. From this Atma, all this has come about. Previously, Atma, that Atma, the Jiva, Swapiti Prabuddhaha, Kridati Puratraye. Okay, he is the one who's playing around and all was said after analyzing the 3 states of experience. Don't think that, hey, I am asleep and so I am helpless when I am asleep. Asleep, obviously, you are helpless. Nothing you can do. And dream, what about dream? Dream also is a state of helplessness only. I don't create anything that I want to create. It is just happening. Dream also, I'm helpless. At least inside the dream, I have a dream body and all. That body has some free will. There also, I feel somewhat a bit shaky, very shaky. That free will that I have in the waking state doesn't seem to be active. I don't know why it happens. You try to do something and then it's not happening. I don't know why it's not happening. Maybe it's because in dream state the free will is not there. Maybe the body is there. I am there very much in my dream, but still that thing limited, very limited in terms of free will. All right. Then what about waking state? Waking state, free will is there. Free will is there. But still, even here, so many factors are involved. And my free will is just one of the factors, one of the many factors. And so, I can only be thankful to what I have. And if I'm surviving so many years, some things have worked in my favor. They have worked in my favor. And so this guy, this helpless, hapless person is told, etasmat jayate, from this Atma that is there in all the three states, which is, all the states are simply roles of this Atma. And that from that Atma, you don't think you're a helpless person. Hey, you are the creator of this universe. This is what the Upanishad is saying. Who wants to listen to all this? Only the person who has Shamadhamadi, Viveka, Vairagyam can listen to this and begin to think about it. One who is emotionally mature, one who is dotting the I's and crossing the T's, only that person will have a state of mind that can say, you know what? That can say, Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Dharmat. Now I understand. Dharma is not an end in itself. Dharma is very important for me, but not an end in itself. Nachiketa's question, we go back to Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Dharmat. And then Nachiketa will be told, here our Ashvalayana is being told, that etasmat jayate, from this Atma, which is the Adharam of the world, this is Akhanda Bodham, this is the undivided consciousness that you are. Consciousness is not there simply in your body, even outside the body, consciousness is there. That is the truth of everything out here. Okay. That is what it is. Better get used to that, And that's what is being said here. Let us translate this shloka. From this is born the life force, comma, the mind, comma, all organs, and then space, air, fire, water, space, air, fire, water, and the earth, that supports all, and the earth that supports all. From this is born the life force, the mind, all organs, space, air, fire, water, and the earth that supports all. Okay, you got that? Good. So we will chant the next one.
Yes, ಇದು
Yat param. Kalyani ji. Yat param brahma sarvatma
यत्परं ब्रह्म सर्वात्मा
vishwasyayatanam mahat
विश्वस्यायतनं महत्
sukshmat sukshmataram nityam
सूक्ष्मात् सूक्ष्मतरं नित्यं
tattvameva tvameva tat
तत्त्वमेव तत्मेव तत्
yat param brahma sarvatma
यत्परं ब्रह्म सर्वात्मा
vishwasyayatanam mahat
विश्वस्यायतनं महत्
सूक्ष्मात् सूक्ष्मतरं नित्यम्
सूक्ष्मात् सूक्ष्मतरं नित्यं
तत्त्वमेव त्वमेव तत्
तत्त्वमेव त्वमेव तत्
yeah
धन्यवादः ओम
so you can see now a Mahavakyam is also said here, so we will continue this discussion. It'll be very interesting. So we'll conclude now. Om आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ